Hello, this is Flights in Asia, and recently I had my first international flight since the COVID-19 pandemic. Recently, I had the experience of flying between Cebu and Dubai via Clark on Emirates Airlines. So in this video, I'll share my experiences on my Emirates flight from Cebu to Dubai and my impressions of the Mactan Cebu International Airport Terminal 2. The flight that will be the topic of this video is Emirates Flight EK338. It's one of the unique flights on Emirates network, which starts off from Dubai to Cebu, operating as EK338. After an hour on the ground in Cebu, it then continues on to Clark, also in the Philippines, before returning back to Dubai, all operating under the same flight number. It's a unique flight that operates within the Philippines between Cebu and Clark. However, Emirates is not allowed to pick up passengers from Cebu bound for Clark. Either the passengers are bound for Dubai or to the 2 points in the Philippines. On this trip, I would join this flight from Cebu. For this flight, we are starting our journey from the Mactan Cebu International Airport in the central Philippine city of Cebu. Arguably, it's the best airport in the Philippines, and Terminal 2 is considered one of the best in Asia. After checking in for our flight, we head into the spacious pre-departure area, well lit and with some of the best views of the airfield. Soon, it will be time for boarding at Gate 22A. On this route, Emirates operates its Boeing 777-300ER aircraft. It's one of the primary workhorses of Emirates, and it's the world's largest twin jet. Depending on your flight, these wide-body aircraft will either have a 2 or 3 class configuration with up to 442 seats, so some of these aircraft may not have the Emirates first class suites. However, in economy class, it is uniform with a 343 configuration. Once you get to your seat, you'll notice the Emirates in-flight entertainment system, ICE, along with the standard features of an economy seat, plus your USB and power plug outlets for charging your devices. After the boarding process was completed, we departed Cebu with some daylight remaining. After takeoff, we flew north to Clark and into the darkness. During that time, we were served some warm sandwiches and briefly flew close to the capital city of Manila before beginning our approach into Clark. Upon reaching the gate at Clark, all Clark-bound passengers would exit the aircraft, and before long, the Emirates flight attendants and the ground staff would service the aircraft. During this time, you can use the restroom. However, you also need to cooperate during the ground servicing, especially there will be a part where you will have to identify your belongings. After about an hour on the ground, we get back on and depart from Clark, bound for Emirates' home in Dubai. For this 8-hour segment of the trip, you can enjoy in-flight entertainment on the ICE system, but Emirates also offers in-flight Wi-Fi. The type of access you'll be able to get depends on if you are paying for it and also through your membership and service class using your Emirates Skywards account. The Emirates Wi-Fi system offers free access to messaging apps like Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp provided that you do sign up with your Emirates Skywards account. After a few hours into the flight, we were served a hot meal and you can note the large portions offered. There was another meal service later, though I opted to get some sleep since it was late into the night already. After completing 7 of the 8 hours of our flight, we would start to make our approach into Dubai for an on-time arrival after midnight. Upon arrival in Dubai and deplaning, those who are bound for Dubai will proceed to the immigration and customs checks, while those who are making onward connections with Emirates flights will proceed to a security check before returning back to the pre-departure area. This was my first experience on an Emirates flight, and I would say it was great. I noted the hot meal service had big portions, and the flight crew were very friendly and professional. As mentioned before, I had a connection after this flight, and that flight will be the subject of the next video. For now, I'll be leaving you with a clue of what to expect for part 2. I definitely hope you enjoyed this edition of Travels with Flights in Asia, which will build up on some of the flight reports I did prior to the pandemic. While focusing on news and updates from the aviation and travel scene in the Asia Pacific, every now and then I will have some new flight experience to share with you. This is one way I have decided to diversify the content going forward. In the meantime, I definitely hope you enjoyed this flight report. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Flights in Asia. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.